What's up everybody, welcome back. Beast Mode Ron here for another Specialist Secrets video. We completed another character. This one is called SERAPH, and if you don't know, it's the character, the woman. She says something about immortals all the time at the end of the game. She has the Annihilator pistol, and then she has combat focus, which helps you get kill streaks while it's active. So I did this character after I did the last character, Nomad. This one was actually pretty easy, wasn't too hard. It was a lot of fun because the Annihilator pistol is basically a one-shot kill anywhere on the map. You could just cross-map people, boom, dead. And it's got like a Full Metal Jacket effect, so if there's anybody standing behind the enemy you're shooting at, you're probably going to kill both of them. So pretty easy challenges to complete. I have not looked at the back of the card yet, but let me go ahead and show you all of the camos that you get. Of course, we got the first one. It's called Immortal, Arctic, Jungle, Enforcer, which the hairstyle changes. She doesn't have the face mask on like the bandana, and she has like a short haircut kind of thing. Professional, Earth, Pirate, which is pretty dope. I like it. It almost looks like a scouter from Dragon Ball Z. These characters. Moto, and then the last one, Dragon, which also looks like a scouter, and it has that chameleon skin kind of look on it. So let's get into the bodies. I do have a black market head. It's called Knight. It's got that army kind of look to it. Pretty dope. Not too bad. Bodies are Immortal, Arctic, Jungle, Enforcer, Professional, Earth, Pirate, Moto, which, look at the back. It's got like a freaking machete on the back. It's pretty dope. And Dragon, which you got the Annihilator pistol there in this red kind of holster. Bunch of ammunition on the belt. It's got a knife on the left side. Covered in tattoos. And on the right arm, it looks like a gold-plated kind of right arm look. It's pretty dope. I like it. It's pretty good final camo. Of course, I don't have it classified yet. I'm hearing people tell me in the comment sections that you have to get all the characters done. So that's great. If I have to get all the characters done, I'm doing that anyway. We will see what happens when I do. I don't have any black markets for the body. So let's go ahead and get into the story. I don't know anything about this character. I don't know if she has any connections with anybody else. And I'm curious to know what has to do with the immortals that she keeps mentioning, you know, at the end of a game, and she's top of the list. She says something about the 54 immortals. I want to know what it is. So let's go ahead. Back of the card. Here we go. Bio. The only child of a feared officer of the 54 immortals. I don't know. He Zen was raised within the ranks of the Singapore Quarantine Zone's ruling criminal combine. She proved to be an excellent and dedicated pupil, learning the traditions and honored lineage of the organization while pursuing martial training with a single-minded determination. She worked hard not to disappoint her father of the Combine's leadership. At 17, she was elevated to the rank of Enforcer, one of the few who police the Combine from within while ruthlessly executing the will of the 54I, wherever and whenever it might be required. Okay, you got the Annihilator, you got the combat focus. Now let's get into the transmission. 5.1. This is Analytics, Quarantine Zone, 54I, Bribe, and tags are Father, Enforcer, and Duty. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it.
I was 14 years old when my father told me we were moving into the quarantine zone. I was helped into the back of an APC and watched the internal screens closely as we rolled across Singapore. The quarantine zone gates were opened by guards the 54I had bribed. I won't ever forget my first view of our new home. It was a war zone. Desolate, trash, and wreckage everywhere. There were still the remains of bodies laying around. I almost complained, but was silenced by a single glance from my father. He was an enforcer, one of the few who kept the Combine in check. There could be no public dissent. If I were to follow in his footsteps, I would have to play my role. We had to set the example of what was expected.
Okay, so basically she's moving into a quarantine area. She doesn't like the kind of what's going on there. She sees a bunch of dead bodies. She looks over at her father. Her father's like, you know, gives her that look like, shut your face, don't say anything kind of thing. So I guess she's getting into the quarantine zone and learning about it, moving in. So it's pretty dope. That's her history. Second one is Analytics 54I, tags Father, Enforcer, Dedication. Let's see what this one is.
No one ever dared to mess with me. Everyone was terrified of my father. and with good cause. The only people allowed to lay hands on me were my combat tutors. I expect my father would have killed them for going easy on me. If I wanted to become an enforcer, it would have to be on my own merits, not because of my family name. So for the next 3 years, my days were spent in training. Hand-to-hand combat, gunplay, urban combat tactics, strategy, history, Chinese literature. It is not enough for an enforcer to be a great fighter. They have to embody the ideals of the 54 Immortals. They have to inspire loyalty and respect. I worked as hard as I could. Failure was not an option. To fail would have brought dishonor to my father, and that was something I was determined never to do.
Okay. All right, so the basic kind of fundamental, looking up to her father, really putting a lot of stress on herself, going through training for 3 years to be really good at what she was doing and be smart at the same time. So, typical kind of looking up to daddy, trying to make him proud kind of thing. This last one, analytics, go mean, go Zulian, annihilator, cybernetics, tag, sacrifice, loyalty. Let's see what this one is.
The day of my elevation was a great day. I was escorted to the biodomes and granted an audience with the late leader Go Min and his sister Xiaolan. It wasn't the first time I'd met them, but in their presence, I could feel their greatness. Understood what they had built for us there in the quarantine zone. Xiaolan herself brought a box down towards me, placed it on a table, and told me to open it. Inside, 2 of the most beautiful things I'd ever seen. My annihilator, and the custom cybernetic arm I would need to wield it. She drew her own blade, and I took it with my left hand. In order to be worthy of this honor, I would have to show what I was prepared to sacrifice, without breaking eye contact with her. I placed my right hand on the table, and began the surgeon's work.
So that's pretty dope. So the story behind why her right arm has that gold-plated kind of look on it in that final camo I showed you guys. So at the end of her training, she has to go in front of these people, the leaders that are already in the position that she wants to be. And you basically they give you the annihilator pistol, then you have to take the blade from them in your left hand and basically cut off your right arm to show your dedication. And she said she did it without breaking eye contact. Pretty dope. So that's a good background story. I like it. That explains the training she went through, why she's always bragging about the 54 Immortals, why she has the right arm, and you actually have to have the cybernetic arm to wield the annihilator pistol. So that's pretty cool. I like that story. And I also had a couple comments in the comment sections of the video saying that I keep missing the 8.1 transmission. The 8.1 transmission, I believe, is unlocked when you get the hero armor, which I don't have, but I'm working on completing all the characters. So I'm not forgetting about it, I just don't have it, and I want to know what it is, but I don't know anything about it, and I don't look it up. I haven't Googled it or researched it on YouTube because I want to find it out for myself, okay? So that's why I'm doing this, and it's really interesting. I like doing this. So the next one I'm working on right now is Outrider. After we finish Outrider, which will be the next episode, all we have left is Firebreak, and I'm about halfway through with him because every time I get to the high levels, I start using him because he doesn't unlock till like level 40 something. So he's about halfway done. I'll probably work on him a little bit more, finish Outrider, and that'll be the next episode is Outrider, which I haven't heard any other characters have a background with Outrider yet or Firebreak, so I'm curious to know about these last 2 characters myself. So if you guys like this series, you like the video, you know what to do. Leave me that thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Seraph's background and the dedication that she had to go through to get the arm and the annihilator pistol and all that stuff. I think it's pretty dope. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.
It's all I wanna do.